session, you should reach out to the person and ask them for the link they registered through. So you register. That way you get email from us. And also, if you join this meeting, you must have registered and you must have received a confirmation email. So sit tight and keep keep joining the session. Before the week ends, you definitely will get the WhatsApp link. That is where the further communications on the digital skills available and how you can access them is. If you're just joining or you were unable to access the link earlier, do well to join the program with we are co-hosting with DBN. All right. So that being said, we will be moving to our next session, which is to introduce our special guest in our midst, in the person of Sharon Makulwik. I hope I got that correctly. Sharon Makulwik.
Yes, close enough. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So he is the dynamic marketing consultant and community leader based in Washington, D.C., Baltimore area, renowned for his innovative approach to business growth and community engagement. As the founder and principal consultant of Idea Fire Consulting, Sharon has established a stellar reputation, earning the prestigious Best of Bethsaida Business Hall of Fame award for 6 consecutive years, 2020 to 2025, from the Bethsaida Award Program. With a robust presence in Greater Bethsaida Chambers of Commerce, Sharon serves as the chair of the Communication Committee, Vice President of Information on the Executive Committee, and a member of Board of Directors. His leadership extends to co-chairing the Next Axis leadership team, fostering economic empowerment, professional development for young professionals in the Bethsaida area. Sharon's dedication to community service and business excellence has positioned him as a trusted figure in the region. As a startup advisor and a mentor at the Co-Founder Institute, the world's premier idea stage accelerator, Sharon guides aspiring entrepreneurs in building impactful companies. His mentorship supports Institute's mission to globalize Silicon Valley, helping launch over 2,000 companies worldwide, creating more than 15,000 jobs and $20 billion in shareholders' value. Ladies and gentlemen, if you heard me and you understand the icon we have seated before us, please leave a clapping emoji. Welcome, Mr. Sharon. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. It's such an honor to have you here. Clapping, clap, 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 please, please, please. Make it lively. Make it lively. He is our special guest. Make it lively. Thank you so much, sir. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Can everybody hear me okay?
From this end, yes. Sound and clear.
Okay, let me know if you can see my screen.
It's loading. Hopefully it shows yes. We can see it now.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, should I get started?
Yes, please. You can go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you again for that introduction, and it is wonderful to be here joining you guys from Washington, D.C. This presentation is going to be about the future we must build together. Youth driving economic renewal in Africa. My presentation will primarily focus on technology and the opportunity it presents to the youth of Africa. And let's kick it off, shall we? So, I don't need to say much more. That was a very kind and generous introduction. You can feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. I would love to connect with all of you. And you can read more about me there if you would like to. Also, at the end of the presentation, there is a QR code. If you want to scan that, you can very easily connect with me, reach out if you have questions. I'm also happy to share some of the insights and data that I will be sharing with you in this talk. So, with that said, I'll just go over a few of the things that I'm going to cover in my talk today. So, we are going to explore how Africa's youth can leverage the digital revolution to shape the continent's trajectory from potential to prosperity. Okay. And the goal here is to identify actionable pathways for youth-led economic renewal. And I want to inspire you to innovate. Okay. So that is the goal. So hopefully, by the end of this talk, I'm able to achieve some of those things. So, what are we specifically going to talk about? First, we're going to go into the African context. I'm going to show you guys some numbers. Some of you may be familiar with them, some of you may not, and you will understand the opportunity that is in front of you and how you can leap to jump on that opportunity. So then we will go into the tech catalyst and I'll describe why AI is the great equalizer. We will then go into some sector deep dives, specifically in transforming agriculture, health, and education. Several other speakers, which have been fantastic, have talked about some of these things. Opportunities, especially in technology, especially in artificial intelligence, in agriculture, health, and education. So we'll dive a little deeper into those sectors, and I'll give you guys some ideas of how AI is reshaping these sectors to hopefully stimulate some ideas and inspire you to innovate in those areas as well. Then I'll talk a little bit about the ecosystem, share some growth metrics, and talk about some tech hubs as well. And then I will discuss the call to action and the shared responsibility of government, the private sector, and the youth. Finally, I will give you guys some key takeaways and hopefully some insights for this next generation. All right, let's move on. So, very clearly, I want to state to all of the youth watching and everyone else, the future is yours to build, no matter what anyone tells you. That is the truth. The future is yours to build, and the future is very bright. So, with that being said, let's get into some numbers here. Again, this should show you what the large opportunity is for you to succeed, innovate, build impactful businesses in the continent of Africa and beyond. Okay? So, the African context, 60% of Africa's population is under the age of 25. That's a huge amount, right? So again, this is the demographic dividend. This is where opportunity lies. Africa is the youngest continent in the world. By 2030, young Africans are expected to constitute 42% of global youth. This youth bulge presents a unique economic opportunity, but only if channeled into productive sectors through skills and technology. And again, I will go into some of those sectors and how people are innovating in those areas, AI is changing those areas, and hopefully inspire you to innovate yourselves. So, why is AI the great equalizer? Well, there's several reasons. Um, and let me just be clear, AI is not just for the West. It is not just for Europe. It is for Africa. It represents a tool to solve indigenous problems with global technology. Okay, very powerful technology we've never seen before. It is unlike anything else. You really can't compare it to any other type of technology. Why now? Mobile penetration is soaring. Data costs are finally stabilizing, and a generation of digital natives are rising fast. Okay, very fast. The youth of the world is growing up in a digital native, AI native world. So they are on their devices more often, more frequently. They are much more tech literate, tech savvy. And this, again, presents a huge opportunity. And now we are moving from beyond data consumers to data innovators. Data is the most valuable commodity. And if you don't believe me, read some of the research reports coming out and why some of the most valuable companies in the world are relying on their data and their proprietary data that makes them so valuable, right? So remember that data is the most valuable thing we have. So let's talk about these three sectors, okay? Agriculture, healthcare, and education. These are areas of opportunity I believe represent significant areas for innovation. So hopefully some of these ideas will spark interest in you guys. So revolutionizing agriculture, precision farming, AI analysis of soil data to optimize water and fertilizer use, which can increase yields of up to 30%. Disease detection, mobile apps that can identify crop diseases with a simple camera, empowering smallholder farmers. Okay, so again, AI is the equalizer, right? It's giving people opportunity to leverage this technology to do things and innovate in ways they've never been able to do so. And then finally, supply chain optimization, connecting farmers directly to markets, reducing post-harvest losses. Okay, so those are just a few examples of how AI is changing agriculture. Now, let's move on to healthcare and bridging the gap. Okay. So, number one, AI diagnostics. Machine learning models are detecting malaria, tuberculosis, and skin conditions from simple smartphone images. Again, very, very simple smartphone, mobile phone images can detect these really, really dangerous diseases that spread very quickly, right? So, this is a major, major impact and opportunity for AI to improve healthcare in those areas and decrease those diseases. Number two, virtual access. Telemedicine platforms connecting rural patients to specialists in urban centers, democratizing care, right? So even if you're a remote area of Africa, you should still be able to get quality healthcare, period, full stop, right? Telemedicine is assisting in that. And that's really exciting to me. Number three, efficiency, automating patient records and supply chains to prevent drug stockouts in local clinics. This is obviously very critical as well, right? For the greater good and the health of all Africans. Okay, now finally, in the sector of education, and this is my personal favorite sector. This is where I try to do a lot of work. I try to, create a lot of innovation. I believe that education is potentially one of the most important sectors of business in the world, not even just Africa, throughout the world. If we're not educating our youth, there really is nothing else out there, right? Education is absolutely critical. And when I say education, I mean everything. Arts, technology, science, history, all of it is important, right? And there's really, really exciting advances in educational technology or edutech, right? Um, and so here's a few examples of how AI is helping improve education and education technology. In one way, it is personalizing learning, right? So not every child or student learns the same way. Some students are more visual learners. Some students would rather read to learn a lesson or a subject, right? So with AI, you can allow students to learn at their own pace, but also in the way that they're going to absorb the information most effectively. And that's really important, right? When students are in school, we want them to absorb as much information as humanly possible. So if we can use technology and artificial intelligence to do that, that's really exciting and can be really, really successful. So what are some areas? Solving the teacher shortage. With a deficit of trained teachers, AI-powered tutors offer personalized, adaptive learning paths for students. And let me be clear, AI is in no way a replacement for human teachers. There is no people like human teachers. They work incredibly hard. They are dedicated. They are passionate. AI can be a tool that can augment and help teachers better facilitate lessons and learning and education. Okay, so I want to be very clear with that. AI is not a replacement for human teachers. I don't believe it ever will be. I believe human teachers will be needed and required and critical to education throughout the world forever, right? That personally, that's what I believe. Um, Secondly, these tools scale quality education, ensuring a child in a remote village has access to the same world-class curriculum as one in the city. So just like with healthcare, just because you live in a remote area of the African continent does not mean you should not be able to access high quality education, right? Technology and especially artificial intelligence is helping to facilitate that. And personally, I think that's really exciting, right? These are the things that, get me up in the morning and get me excited every morning. How AI can be used for these types of really impactful societal shifts in education and technology. So those are three sectors where AI is having a huge impact. And again, these are three sectors that I encourage you to look for opportunities to innovate, create businesses, ideas, services that can have a huge, huge impact. Okay. So let's talk about tech hubs. Nigeria happens to be one of the areas that has the most tech hubs in Africa, more than 850. And my good friend Chigozie happens to run Startup Abuja, which is also one of the biggest in Nigeria. So you can see in Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa, there is a lot of tech hubs. So tech hubs represent opportunity to upskill, to increase your tech literacy and your tech education. So I very much encourage you to take advantage of those communities. There's very passionate, dedicated people like myself, like my friend Chigozie, who are working very hard to make technology accessible and help people, especially students, leverage it to make, impactful businesses and create innovation. And okay, so let's move on here. Oh, real quickly, Africa's tech ecosystem has grown 40% annually, driven by youth-led fintech or financial technology and innovation. So again, that should further encourage you to seize this opportunity. I've only got a few more slides here. So this is where I want to talk about this shared responsibility, right? The onus, the responsibility is not just on one person or one organization. It is shared across these three areas, okay? So number one, governments. Governments need to be creating enabling environments. They need to be lowering data costs. They need to be investing in digital infrastructure. Several other of the fantastic speakers have also talked about this, right? We need more money in Africa. We need more investment in Africa. We need more spotlight and eyes on African entrepreneurs like yourselves, right? And we need investment in those entrepreneurs. And then finally, we need to harmonize cross-border trade. So that's where the responsibility in governments exists. Okay. And then next, the private sector, providing patient capital, right? Not, moving too quickly where things are missed or things get broken, but patient capital, providing money and letting the entrepreneur build their business at the pace that makes sense, right? Some companies need to move very quickly. Other companies need to move at a slightly slower pace to understand the environment they're operating in, right? Tech changes every day. AI changes every day. So this patient capital is a really important concept for the private sector to understand and really help with. And then also investing in early stage startups, obviously, and mentoring the next generation of founders. That's something that I take very seriously and something that I'm very passionate about doing. Um, in my intro, you heard that I work with a lot of startups. I've worked with Founder Institute for almost 9 years now. It's been 8 years. It'll be almost 9 years next year. I am very passionate about working with founders all over the world. I love working with entrepreneurs, hearing their ideas, giving them advice, feedback, guidance, tips, tricks, telling them about AI tools they can use to get to market faster, achieve product market fit, build a pitch deck that attracts investors and gets money flowing into Africa. So I'm very, very passionate about that. So if you are an entrepreneur building a business and you want to talk, please reach out to me. I would genuinely love to chat with you. And then finally, and in my opinion, most importantly, the youth. What is the responsibility of the youth? Um, the youth has to innovate locally, but think globally. Okay? Use AI not just to consume content, but to build solutions for your communities. Look around your community, look around your neighborhood, your city. your farm, and try to identify opportunities for innovation, right? It could be agriculture, it could be healthcare, it could be education, it could be something very much outside of those three sectors. But look internally and look at your local neighborhood, but have a global mindset as to how you can have an impact on your local community while thinking in a global or international context, right? That is a big, big factor for success. Okay, let's move on. These are the three key takeaways I want you guys to remember from this talk. Okay. And this is for future leaders. Again, the future is yours to build. I want to impress that upon you. The future is yours to build. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Okay. So here's three key takeaways. Consumers to creators. Africa can transform or transition from being a net importer of technology to using AI to build indigenous solutions that address specific challenges. Okay. Number two, key takeaway, leverage the leapfrog. Again, AI is the ultimate equalizer. It gives you access to a technology that can level the playing field and allow you to seize opportunities that are very, very impactful for you, the people around you, the people you care about, and the world at large. Okay, so what do I mean by that? The digital age is yours to claim. Leverage technology such as AI to bypass old infrastructure gaps completely. Okay? And then finally, number three, key takeaway, unity is scale. Coming together is impactful. Communities build innovation together. Okay? It is the new currency. I'm going to say that again. Collaboration is the new currency. That's why these tech hubs like Startup Abuja are really empowering entrepreneurs throughout Africa, throughout Nigeria, in ways that have never been done before. And to me, that's really exciting. So how are they doing that? They're building ecosystems that span borders to unlock the full potential of the African continental free trade area, which is a massive free trade area. And it is also a massive area of opportunity. And I hope that you have realized that by now, right? Again, this whole talk is about technology and opportunity for you to build. And hopefully, this inspires you guys to innovate. And again, I'll say this one last time. The future is built, not inherited. The future is yours to build, and together we can empower Africa's economic renewal. Okay? So, like I said, here's a QR code. If you want to scan it, it'll take you to my digital business card. You can email me, you can connect on LinkedIn, any of my social channels. I hope you enjoyed this talk. I hope you have been inspired to innovate. I hope you have learned a few things. And I wish you the best, and I encourage you to connect with me, and I would be very happy to chat with you. Thank you for coming to my session.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sean. Are you clapping? Are you clapping? Are you clapping? Did you gain something from this session? If you listened, I need to see you clap. Your clapping emojis should be up by now. Thank you so much, Mr. Sean. I love how you emphasized on the importance of not just consuming, not just trying to chase the trend, but trying to create something, because it is AI, it's ours to claim as African. Yes. Thank you so much for that insightful, eye-opening session. We do not take it for granted. So moving on, we will be calling on our honorable speaker, the keynote speech for the final session. Very, very grateful to have him here. Sir, we are so grateful to have you here. Thank you so much for spending your time and bringing this fantastic stuff to powerful close. So we'll be calling on our next keynote speaker. He's quite an influential and well-renowned person in the person of Mr. Kiara Buka. He's a managing partner, Trans-Sahara Investment Corporation. He holds a BSc in physics from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Nigeria, an MSc degree in nuclear engineer. Mr. Kiari holds BSc degree in physics from Ahmadu Bello. He then bagged, okay. He also bagged MSc from US, in nuclear engineering from Oregon State University, US. Mr. Kyari is an alumnus of Lagos Business University, Wharton Business School, and Harvard Business School. I don't know if you are clapping. Mr. Kyari was once managing director as chief executive officer of the Central Securities Clearing System, PLC. Prior to joining CSCS PLC, Mr. Kyari was CEO of Value Card Nigeria PLC. His early career years were spent at California, USA. There he grew through the ranks to becoming worldwide technical marketing program manager from moving back to Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, there is so much to know about this, our speaker. Mr. Kyari currently serves as the chairman of Sanu Assurance PLC, an independent non-executive director of National Association of Securities Dealers, and he is the co-founder and managing partner of Trans-Sahara Investment Corporation. Before that, he was chairman of Nigeria Economic Summit Group and an independent non-executive director of Standard Chartered Bank of Nigeria Limited. Also, he once held the position at Equity Assurance PLC. Mr. Kyari holds requisite board management and industry experience and expertise. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too heavy, let's make welcome Mr. Kyari Bukari. Thank you so much, sir, for joining our sessions today. Thank you so much for being intentional about the growth of young people. Thank you so much for spending your time with us and for bringing this fantastic summit to a powerful close. We look forward to your session. The floor is yours. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Ella. My name is Kyari Abubakar. I also acting chairman of Development Bank of Nigeria, the sponsors of this program, I understand. The interesting thing about Build Africa is that, especially the theme today for youth leading transformation, is so pertinent with one of my pastimes, which is that I am chairman of Adventures Platform, which is a venture capital fund that invests in startups that are looking at building Africa. We've been around for nearly 9 years. We have some unicorns in our portfolio, including MoneyPoint. We also have some that reached over $200 million valuation, like Paystack, before it was acquired by Stripe, and a few others. We have about 68 portfolio companies, and at the moment we are raising about $75 million to invest in early stage startups. Distinguished guests, leaders, partners, and most importantly, young Africans from every corner of the continent. I am honored to speak to you today, whether you grew up in Lagos or Lusaka, Nairobi or Niamey, Accra or Addis Ababa, or whether you are joining us from London, New York, Toronto, Dubai, Berlin, or any of the other Asian countries. We are one African generation. You have different accents, you may have different passports, but one destiny. Today's Africa will not be shaped by geography alone. It will be shaped by ideas, skills, networks, and courage. And this is why the theme, Build Africa, Youth Leading the Transformation, is not aspirational. It is inevitable. It must get done. The only question is, what kind of Africa will your generation build? It is a defining moment for this continent. We are living through a defining moment in our history. Africa is the youngest continent in the world. By 2050, 1 in 4 people on Earth will be African. This is either going to be the greatest democratic dividend in history or the greatest missed opportunity in history. There is no middle ground. Africa will not be transformed by speeches, summits, or sympathy. It will be transformed by productive, innovative, entrepreneurial youth. The global economy rewards value, not narratives. If you solve problems at scale, capital will come. If you build systems, partnerships will follow. If you deliver results, respect will arrive. Africa does not need to be saved. Africa needs to be built, and builders are doers. When people hear the word innovation, many think of Silicon Valley, tech hubs, venture capital, coding and apps. And let me be very clear here. Innovation is not about technology. I spent nearly 15 years with Hewlett-Packard in Silicon Valley. We built the first laptop to compete in the global environment. And it took us quite a lot of iteration to make the product viable. Africa's greatest opportunities, and by the way, innovation is not about technology. Innovation is about solving real problems better, cheaper, faster, and at scale. Africa's greatest opportunities are not in copying the world. They are in solving African problems with African context and global standards. Innovation lives where agriculture meets logistics, energy meets storage, health meets access, education meets affordability, trade meets technology. If you improve food distribution, you are an innovator. If you reduce post-harvest losses, you are innovating. If you formalize informal markets, you are innovating. If you simplify payments across borders, you are innovating. The future belongs to those who ask, what is broken, what is inefficient or unfair, and how do I fix it sustainably? Entrepreneurship is Africa's growth engine. Africa cannot develop without enterprise. Governments create policies, but entrepreneurs create jobs. Entrepreneurship is not a trend, it is a necessity. But let us remove the illusion. Entrepreneurship is not quick buck, it's not quick wealth. It's not easy freedom. It's not social media glamour. Entrepreneurship is taking risk, failing and failing again, discipline and long-term thinking. It requires grit, G-R-I-T, humility and resilience. If you want comfort, seek stability, go look for a job. If you want impact, build something. That's what entrepreneurship is all about. Africa does not need more spectators. Africa needs builders, producers, and owners. To the African youths in diaspora, let me speak directly to you. You are not an outsider. You are bridges. You carry global exposure, skills, capital, networks, and perspective. But Africa does not need saviors flying in with solutions. Africa needs partners who listen, collaborate, and co-create. Your role is to transfer skills, open markets, build capital flows, and connect ecosystems. I do not regret coming back to Nigeria, coming back to Africa after spending over 20 years in the US. The mentorship and the experience I've shared cannot be measured in Naira and Kobo or dollars and cents. The future of Africa will be built by continental diaspora collaboration and not competition. Your advantage is not distance, your advantage is access. Use it responsibly. What you must do as youth differently. Let me offer 5 practical shifts for African youths everywhere. 1, from waiting to building. Do not wait for perfect policies or perfect conditions. They will never exist. Build where you are with what you have. From consumption to creation. Reduce time spent consuming content. Increase time spent creating value. From certificates to competence. Education matters, but skills pay. Learn skills that markets reward. 4, from lone heroes to strong networks. No one scales alone. Build communities, partnerships, and ecosystems. In fact, to just give you an example, in Ventures platform, if you tell us that you are the only entrepreneur, it's a negative mark. But if you come in with a co-founder, you might probably get funded. 5th, from short-term wins to long-term impact. Chase sustainability, not just income. Build businesses that endure. Leadership before titles. Youth leadership is not about age, it is about responsibility. Leadership begins when you keep your word, you deliver quality, you act ethically, you take responsibility without excuses. Africa's greatest deficit is not ideas, it is trust. Your integrity will determine the Africa you inherit. But the generation that restores credibility, builds institutions, values ethics as much as innovation. Let me close with this. Africa is not behind. Africa is rising, but only if you rise with it. You do not need permission to build Africa. You need courage to start, discipline to persist, integrity to lead, and vision to scale. Build solutions, not excuses. Build enterprises, not dependence. Build systems, not shortcuts. If your generation gets this right, history will record that Africa was not transformed by chance. It was built intentionally and deliberately by its youth. Thank you, and go build Africa. God bless.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very, very much, sir. This is very concise, in-depth, and really instructional. You ignited the fire inside of us as young people. I know it's not just me. You can see the comment section is even on fire. It shows how you ignited the passion, that we are no longer spectators. We should go and build something that is sustainable. And it can happen from discipline, from dedication, integrity, and reliability, ability to collaborate. Don't say you are the only entrepreneur. Try to co-create. That way it doesn't die or end with you. Thank you so much, sir. This session is one of my favorites. I love how you ignited fire in us of truth. You are the right person for this excellent and wonderful keynote session. Thank you so much, sir. And everyone who joined, I am very certain that you got value immensely. He is also the chairman of DBN. You know, we've been asking you to leverage on the DBN program. He is the chairman board of director. Thank you so much, sir. Carrie, we do not take your presence for granted. We do not take your wealth of knowledge you've shared his thoughts. We know you're very busy. We know you're very occupied, but you spared us time. We don't take it for granted. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You have a good evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Everyone, I trust so far you've been gaining value, and well done to most of you who have been able to register. You see, GAIN is very invested in your growth. Yeah, intentional about everyone's development, not because you are Nigerian, not because you are Kenyan, not because you are South African, not because you are from Botswana or Kenya or Zambia, Sierra Leone, because you are an African and you can create. Just like our keynote speaker has said, you can create. Go and create. It's an instruction. Stop speculating. Stop being there. You don't need permission. All you need is courage, persistency, integrity. I mean, this session should be the perfect icing on the cake for us. That when they say the best is saved for the last, this dignifies it, this simplifies it, because it is well simplified. It means everything we've done, this is a crown on it, spelling out what you need to do next. In case you are wondering what you need to do next, go and create courageously. Don't do it as though someone needs to give you permission. You are permitted right now. So I'll be calling on my colleague, our communication strategist, communication officer at GAIN, to come on board in the person of Favor for our vote of thanks. Favor, if you're here, please, the mic, I'm handing it over to you. Everyone, if you have not followed GAIN, you've not commented, if you go over there, you will see the important and insightful quotes we've posted across all our social media platforms. Make sure you repost. Let people who are not here due to one situation or the other. We were almost 500 earlier. That's to show you how much people are hungry for growth, for the way out. And so far, you've learned so much. The best you can do, the change we need starts from you sharing this information, the assets. It's going to ignite someone's fire, pick their interest to also go over and learn what you have learned today. Do not sit back. Do not fold your arms. Do not just go back, log out, and then continue scrolling up across social media. Go and take action. Repost the flyer, repost the page, follow us, because GAIN is also coming up with digital skills to equip you, because we don't just speak at GAIN. We don't just tell you what to do at GAIN. We provide rooms, opportunities, support that help you achieve it. Our aim, we are not just here to talk to you about Africa and how we can develop it. We are here to do that with you. We are invested. Okay, Favor, thank you so much. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Ella, for that. Okay, so I'll be giving, I'm Favor Choma Ikebako, the communication officer at Grand Africa Initiative. So on behalf of Grand Africa Initiative, I'm going to be delivering a closing remark. Distinct guests, respected speakers, partners, sponsors, volunteers, and most importantly, incredible youths gathered here today. On behalf of Grand Africa Initiative, the entire GAIN Summit organizing team, I extend a heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made it towards the end of the summit. Today has been powerful. We've given ideas, leadership, skills, and opportunities. We've listened, learned, engaged, and have challenged ourselves into deeper thoughts. From the insight from the speakers, I believe that we've gained a lot of things from today's program. We sincerely want to encourage appreciate our speakers and our panelists for their generous insights, knowledge, experience, and the wealth of wisdom that they have shared with us today. Your contribution has not only inspired us, but have also equipped us for the practical tools and to equip us for the future. Also, to our partners and our sponsors, thank you so much for believing in us and in this vision and investing in youth development. Your support has amplified and in the impact of this organization, the impact of this summit is truly felt by so many African youths. Then to our most distinguished participants, especially those who have waited to this moment, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate your efforts and your participation throughout the end of this summit. Thank you so much. Please, if you're still here, can you give yourselves a round of applause because you deserve to be celebrated too. Give yourselves a thumbs up for being here to the end of this, summit. Thank you. Thank you so much once again for coming. Thank you because you've made 2025 Gain Youth Summit to be a success. Your presence here is invaluable to us and we appreciate you all. Thank you so much at Grand Africa Initiative for giving us the opportunity for giving us our opportunity to be here and also to participate actively in this particular youth summit. Thank you and God bless. Gift, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Favor. If you're here, do turn on your camera. Let's take a selfie. Let's take a screenshot. If you're here, turn on your camera so that background you took, this is the time to make use of it. You are welcome. Please, let's network. Of course, you will network in the group. If you've not gotten the group link, just ensure that you keep an eye on your email. We would definitely do well to share it with you at the email. So let's take a selfie. If you're ready, say, I am ready. Your camera on. How many of us have our camera on? Just a few of us. We need to take a selfie. Turn on your camera. Turn on your camera. Turn on your camera. Isaac, turn on your camera. Ibrahim, turn on your camera. Jamie, turn on your camera. Let's go. Let's go. Turn on your camera. Are we good? Are we good? I agree with you, Osaka. It is an awesome moment. Please, we are waiting for you. Turn on your camera. We can't do without you. We've been here all day with you. Let's go. Let's go. You want to take a selfie? Turn on your camera. Don't worry, we understand. There's no light. We understand. This is Africa. So we are getting there. We don't need saving. We are growing. That's what one of our keynote speakers said. So turn on your camera while we take our selfie. We are waiting for you, Doctor. Deliverance, Emmanuel, Alexi, Emma. We are waiting for you. Turn on your camera. Ivy, Jerry. Let's go. All right. So you take a screenshot of people you can see from your end while I do so. Are we good? All right. At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Have you taken that? Let's go again. 1, 2, 3. Gain Youth Summit 2025. Build Africa. In case you don't take anything out of this place, build Africa. That is our focus. Everything that has been said here tonight boils down to build Africa. All right. See you on the other side. I look forward to seeing you all in the group chat. Take care. The WhatsApp link will be sent to the group chat. See you. Have an amazing weekend ahead. It's such a lovely time to have each and every one of us here. Trust me, it was a smooth ride because you were here with us. Thank you for your time. Thank you for investing in Africa in advance. Thank you for being part of the change and not being a spectator. Thank you for being intentional about this place. Thank you for investing in yourself. Thank you for your time. See you all. Bye. Bye. You can connect with me on LinkedIn as well. It's Ella Obans on all across social media. And also you can follow our page.